Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I've had this video ready for a little while, but I had about 4 or 5 15-year-old or 14 and 15-year-olds in one of the rooms in my house, and I can now see them. They're all driving down the street on a golf cart in the soaking wet rain, getting soaking wet. But these guys have been in here yelling and screaming and fighting for about an hour, and so I finally got them out of here. So here we go. This is a tweet that I wanted to show you about SEC clarity, price rise regulations. Just hold the line. This is Tony Valentino, who's one of the people that disappeared off of Twitter a while back, who said a lot of things that sounded like you might know something. Regulatory clarity will be the first major announcement. This will open the gates to many institutions that are waiting on the sidelines. We could easily see the market cap grow by a few $1 trillion within weeks. Next step will be UN, IMF, Fed throwing their weight behind XRP. Now, this is a point that I think a lot of people are not thinking about right now. And it goes like this. I've owned XRP since 2013, 14, right in there. Never sold it, and I've been holding for that long. When and if we get an SEC settlement, I want you to think about this for a minute. Listen to what I'm saying here. After 8 years, when and if we get a settlement, all of the skies are then completely clear for XRP. And here's what else you know. From then on, you know that XRP, it's going to be anyway, but from then on, from a regulatory perspective, all of the most conservative investors, as well as the institutions who have not been able to buy or unwilling to buy yet, are all of a sudden going to be able to play ball. Not only that, but you're going to know when you get that settlement that XRP, the greatest digital asset ever created, is going to be a part of the world financial system from now on. Let me say that again. From now on, that XRP will be a part of the world's financial system globally. So it'll be a part of the world of finance from now on. So the question is this: why would you even want to sell your XRP after that announcement? Because there is no there. If it's going to be used from now on more and more across the world in the world of finance, why even sell it? Unless you have no choice, why would you even sell it? My overall plan is to maybe not sell it. Okay? All right. I thought this was funny. This guy says, hey, Vitalik Buterin, sort this out, man. Otherwise, flare networks will eat your lunch. I can send an XRP transaction for pennies. And then it shows this. And this is all true, folks. Slow. If you're sending 0.15 Ethereum, $283.34 is what it's going to cost you. And you're sending this amount, 312. This amount, 369. Really, folks? Does anybody really think that this is going to be this proof of work? No. Okay, so that's why he's changing it over to Ethereum 2.0. But it's also why you saw Vitalik Buterin strike out at Ripple and XRP when the SEC lawsuit came, because he's afraid of flare networks, period. And this probably makes him even more afraid. This is this channel, Flare Community. I need to subscribe to him, but Flare Community is doing all these Flare videos. They did an Ethereum 2.0 versus Flare network, and I'll give you a hint. I'm not going to show this to you, but you need to go watch it, and I'll give you a hint. It doesn't end well for Ethereum 2.0. There you have it. Okay, now this also, I think that I Am Legion is on to something here. I wouldn't be surprised if the next couple of months, if we in the next couple of months get news from one country after another, plans to make crypto for accredited investors only, so it comes under the bank's umbrella. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen, but it sure makes a lot of sense to me. I'll put it that way. Okay, now we've had a pullback over the last day or two, and it looks like things have stabilized. This guy on Zero Hedge referred to it as crypto's Valentine's Day massacre and said it's over now. I've seen things much worse than what we've seen in the last 48 hours, so I don't even call it a massacre. Richest XRP sent me this, revealed Bitcoin rich listers. Okay, you need to see this, okay? It says Bitcoin has become mainstay, It's not just Bitcoin, it's crypto rich listers. And this down here, you'll see that here's the list. And I want you to take note of something, and that is how many of these people are around Bitcoin and how many of them are around China. And that, and this to me is the most, is really one of the more ludicrous things that the Bitcoin maxis will tell you. They'll point to Ripple and they'll say, oh, well, they control all of the XRP and they have way too much XRP, and therefore this is centralized and all this. And meanwhile, for all these years, Ripple has been putting out quarterly reports to be as transparent as possible about where the XRP is, that it's in escrow, and how much is coming out, how much is going back in. Meanwhile, you got Satoshi Nakamoto, who is estimated net worth $34 billion, who controls, I think it's over 1% of the 21 million Bitcoin. I believe it's somewhere in there. And they're completely comfortable with this guy being not transparent at all and putting out no reports about what he intends to do with his Bitcoin, not even telling you what his name is. It's ludicrous. Okay, rest of this list. But notice this, Bitmain, Chinese, okay? They're also up there. China, okay? What's China? Bitcoin. And then you got the two Winklevoss brothers. And then right here in number 3, you got Chris Larson. It says right here, Investopedia states that Larson owns 5.19 billion units of Ripple. And they know it's not Ripple, it's XRP. And his net worth is estimated to be $2.9 billion. I'm sure he's thrilled to have that article out there. XRP Bart sent me this. This is Mark Carney, who has come out of quarantine. Apparently he has written a book.
Hi, I'm Mark Carney. I'm really Mark Carney. This is part of the Twitter verification process, and I'm here. I'm standing in a snowbank in Ottawa, and I'm joining social media. I'm joining social media because I've been isolated like everybody else for the last several months, and I want to reach out. And also because during that isolation, I've written a book called Values, and it's coming out soon. And it's to start a conversation about the relationship between value in the market, our values as people, value in society, and how we can get the market to serve our values for society. It applies to the current situation we're in with COVID and the health crisis, and very importantly, applies to how we can solve climate change and how we can build a better world for all. So I hope you can be part of the conversation. And yes, it's really me. I am.
Okay, so it's important so he's coming out and he's again talking about climate change. This is a guy that ran the Bank of England, who is a Ripple partner, which I'll show you in a second. I wanted to make sure you understood this guy is one of the globalist actors in this whole thing. He's been with World Economic Forum and Davos and all the business. Same stages, same people that you've seen Ripple around all this time. And I wanted to show you a couple of his highlights for those of you that weren't around over the last couple of years. Here's a couple of his highlights. This is him with the CEO of BlackRock, Larry Fink.
the Bank of England, the ECB, the Bank of Japan, the Reichsbank, the Swiss National Bank, Bank of Canada, the Fed, all published a very important report on central bank digital currencies. It's one of the last things I've sort of commissioned with Christine Lagarde when I was leaving. It helps lay the groundwork for ultimately having a digital currency at the heart of our financial system. And the types of innovation that will come from that will be quite substantial.
Okay, and now let's not forget, so he was as Brad Garlinghouse said, he was at Bank of England, a paid customer of Ripple. And then you got Larry Fink over here, who hired Robbie Mitchnick from Ripple. When Robbie Mitchnick left Ripple, he went to BlackRock to head their digital wealth division, digital asset, whatever. Next, this was another highlight of Mark Carney's. This was when he was on CNBC in August of 2019 in Jackson Hole.
Why can't the dollar be the global currency?
Okay, the dollar is the global currency. We know that. The challenge is that the U.S. share of the global economy has been reducing. The dollar's share of payments, not just financial assets, but payments, a lot of payments between countries that have nothing to do with the U.S. are in dollars. And what happens in situations like we're in today, where the U.S. economy, to its credit, is relatively strong, is doing better, and the Fed has been doing the right thing, which is, they've adjusted policy, they tightened policy as it was strengthening. Now they're making, the Fed is doing the right thing, but they have adjusted and policy is relatively strong. That means rest of world policy is tighter than it needs to be, and that feeds back on the U.S. economy in a way that ultimately slows this economy. And it leads to a substandard outcome. And in a world where you only have limited policy space, it's a dangerous place to be. And so the trade issues we're talking about are reinforced by the structure of the monetary system. Now, I mean, you've asked a big question, so just give me a second to. But now the issue is, you don't just jump to something new overnight. And what we want in a multipolar world, I think we'd agree that we've got European engine, we've got the Chinese engine, we've got the U.S. engine of this economy. Multipolar world, you need a multipolar currency. The question is, how do you get there? And I laid out some ideas of how you would get there.
And the bottom line, Governor, is that all of the pressure on the difference in growth around the world would not fall on the dollar exchange rate. Yeah. It would be spread out if it was a global basket of currencies.
It would be spread out as a global basket of currencies. It's better for the system as a whole. It's better. It raises that equilibrium level of interest rates.
Right.
It gives central banks more policy, but it gives people who are watching greater returns on their savings.
Well, certainly worth thinking about. Governor Carney, thanks for joining us.
Okay, I wanted to show you that, and now this is Brad Garlinghouse saying that Bank of England is a customer.
In DC, we go to other regulatory bodies around the world and explain we aren't circumventing a KYC check, a know your customer check. We aren't circumventing an AML, anti-money laundering check. We aren't circumventing BSA. Oh, there's lots of three-letter acronyms. I'll stop there. But look, the Bank of England is a paid customer of Ripple's. There's another central bank.
There you go. Now, I had somebody that wanted me to give a better explanation of the unstoppable domains. I've got this link at the top of the description of this video. This is an excellent little video that Unstoppable Domains did, and I compare it to back when the .coms, you could buy a .com, and if you got a good name, you could you could possibly sell it for a lot of money if you were able to get lucky and get a really good name. So this is kind of like that, but it's for the internet of value instead of the internet of information. Watch this.
What is a blockchain domain? A blockchain domain is like a .com or .org, except that the records are stored on a blockchain. Blockchain domains do two things that regular domains can't: simplify crypto payments and build uncensorable websites. Blockchain domains replace cryptocurrency addresses with a human-readable name. Add your crypto addresses, your Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and any other cryptocurrency addresses all to one domain. Now someone just needs to type your domain into a wallet and send. No need to remember long addresses. The same domain can be used for websites. Traditional domains, also called DNS, are part of a centralized system controlled by ICANN, an international organization that maintains the records of who owns what domain. Blockchain domains are not part of the traditional domain system. They are what's called alternate routes. Domains are stored by you in your wallet, just like a cryptocurrency. No one can move them without the private key. Blockchain domains can also be used to build an uncensorable website. This works by pointing content from a decentralized storage network to your domain.
Well, that's the gist of it, but that's a big deal, and that's what a lot of people don't know. You can build a decentralized website with your domain as well, which is really cool. And it's really simple. You go to their website, and I just gave you an example here. Like, let's say you're a DJ in Atlanta and you wanted to get atlantadj.crypto. That happened to be available when I searched it. They're only about $40. Most of them are $40. atlantadj.crypto. That's just one example of what you can do. But anyway, I've bought a few of these. Like, I bought auburnfootball.crypto because I went to Auburn, and a few different, or I think I bought Auburn baseball. I'm sorry. I think I bought auburnbaseball.crypto because my kids are into baseball. But anyway, there's a link to this in the top of the description of this video if you want to go get your own .crypto domain. Really cool thing. This company's like really doing well. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and tell your friends and family to go get a .crypto domain. Build yourself your own decentralized website, or send money or receive money. Thank you for listening.